You're watching Videomaker, the show about making video and moving it around.
VCRs. If you want to make video, you need at least two of them, or a camcorder and a VCR. You've got to play back the stuff you like and record it on another deck. In our next segment, we talk about the basic features to look for when shopping for and editing VCR.
Let's see here, program to record, advanced features, search by time. Loren, I'm trying to get through this. I can't even set the clock.
You know, VCRs are getting a lot more sophisticated, and as a result, you're seeing things like this on-screen menus. But I still think the hardest thing in the world to do is get that clock programmed.
But you know, with all of those features, you can still get a great VCR for under $200.
Yeah, or if you want to spend as much as you would on a new car, you can spend that much too. It really just depends on what kind of features you want, what your application is.
And based on the application that you do have, I guess the fundamental criteria that you're looking for is the head configuration, because that will determine a lot of what you can do and what you can't do.
That's one of the first things you want to look into. When you're buying a VHS VCR, which is what most people use because they can play back movies, an inexpensive unit may have this nasty trait you've noticed, and that is every time you stop and start recording, you get this nasty glitch. Okay, so the video jumps around and the streaks come through and the colors get all crazy. That's because the unit obviously doesn't have what's called a flying erase head. And this extra head basically allows the VCR to do clean edits before and after each scene. So if you're editing from another tape, say from your camcorder or another VCR, you get clean edits every single time.
Now the other thing that a lot of people overlook is the sound, because the cables that you use and then the sound capability that your particular unit has makes all the difference in the world.
Especially if you're watching movies back, yeah. Now that inexpensive VCR we're talking about, odds are it has a single audio track and the quality may be about the same as maybe an AM radio.
Yeah.
When you step up to what's called a hi-fi VCR, you get sound quality that actually rivals a compact disc. Okay, so you get great sound quality. A lot of people don't realize that. If you're watching back movies, it's really a lot of fun to get all that impact of great sound. What were you showing me on this here, the jog shuttle?
Well, the jog shuttle was probably one of the most fun things to play with when you have your remote and that kind of thing, but it allows you to go, fast forward, slow motion, frame by frame almost. So if you're having fun with a movie you've rented, or if you're trying to edit something, it really allows you to do some neat things.
Yeah, and more importantly, if you're trying to edit, which is kind of the point of this whole show, kind of the point of our magazine is making video, not just watching it, the jog shuttle really helps you because it gives you such precise control over your tape. You know, you can come right up on the front of the VCR and you can locate to the frame a specific scene. And if you want to start dubbing right there, say put in a new video scene, or maybe you want to change your audio at that point, you can do it. So that's the key of the jog shuttle. It's a feature that's becoming more and more common. You can find a jog shuttle on a unit that costs maybe $300 or $400.
Now another feature that allows you to get some accuracy, or a lot of times you think you're going to get some accuracy, is the counter. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Is there a difference in counting systems that some systems use?
Older VCRs have a 4-digit counter that is simply an arbitrary number. I mean, what does 2295 mean? It doesn't really mean anything. A much better route to go is a unit like this that has what's called a real-time counter. It actually tells you in hours, minutes, and seconds how far you are into the frame. It makes it so much easier to find a specific scene.
And it communicates it in something you can understand. I want to go back 30 seconds. You can go back 30 seconds.
What that means, that's right. Now, another thing to watch for as you step up in quality is what's called a YC connection. Hi-8 VCRs and SVHS VCRs offer this. It gives you better quality when you're making dubs. The last thing, we're almost out of time here, is an edit control jack, okay? And that actually allows two VCRs to communicate and kind of perform the editing for you with much more accuracy. Or you can buy an edit controller, or, this is the ultimate, you can actually have your computer control your VCRs and do the editing for you.
So based on the application that you want to do, you've got all kinds of options available to you, from the low end to do some basic editing to the high end to get some very, very specific control.
We've got a job to do.
Let's try it one more time. Here we go.
You're watching Videomaker. We'll be back after these messages.